Supercross Live on supercrossonline.com. Kevin Barnett and Jim Holley. A beautiful morning here in Arlington, not Dallas, Texas. They're very specific about that, Jim. We have a big TV over our heads as well as a roof, so things get a little bit more stable for the track, for the racers, and for us. Going to be a big day of racing as usual. Jim, before we get to that 250 East Coast, the 450 class and Davey Millsaps last week leads every lap under pressure from both Chad Reed and Justin Barcia. Does a ride like that change your perception of Davey Millsaps and this championship chase?
I think so. I mean, my mindset was when I saw Davey win the opener at Anaheim and carry that red background number plate all through the first 6 rounds of the Supercross season and win last weekend in San Diego. He's the real deal, and he's only going to get tougher as we head into the East because he likes the East Coast tracks. You know, they're going to be a little bit soft, a little bit more ruddier. I'm talking about other rounds like Toronto and Minneapolis and things like that. But, you know, he's got a little bit of a point lead, but we've seen in the past, you know, those points can dwindle away real quick. But, you know, it'll be an interesting race here, to say the least, here in Dallas. I mean, look what we saw last year here. I mean, Chad Reed getting off, and he's coming back. And, you know, I think Chad last weekend running that second just lost that front end, but still got back up and finished in that top 5. I think Chad's going to be a threat, as well as Villapoto. You know, Villapoto won here last year. Barcia won here last year in the 250 class, so he knows this soil. So it's going to be a good night here in Arlington.
You know the storylines in the 450 class, although things about to get deeper next week. Rumor has it we're going to see both Ryan Sipes and also Eli Tomac on a 450 starting next week in Atlanta. But the big excitement this week has to be the 250 class. And here we go, East Coast, new riders, new numbers, but there's some talent missing. Darren Durham missing, Justin Bogle missing, and there's a couple other guys, Nico Izzy I can think of that's out of there. And there's still some other riders in there, though, Jim. Who are you looking forward to watching?
Yeah, that's unfortunate for, you know, those guys you mentioned. You know, the start of the season, these guys are out. But the thing I like is we got 3 rookies coming here. I'm talking about Zach Bell, Justin Hill, and Alex Martin. That's another one that's injured, but his little brother, Jeremy Martin, is going to be starting here tonight in Arlington. So you got 3 rookies there. Something interesting, all the competitors here, I'm talking Marvin Muskin, I'm talking, you know, Dean Wilson, all these guys, they haven't won a championship in the 250 class yet in Supercross. So, I mean, a lot of these guys have a couple wins under their belt, but no one's got a championship, and someone's going to walk away with this championship at the end.
Yeah, actually only 2 riders with race victories going to be suiting up tonight here at this race, so it should be interesting to see who can come back and establish themselves as the 250 favorite. I think it has to be Dean Wilson coming in.
Yeah, I mean, you look at a guy like Dean Wilson, he knows how to win races. He's there in the hunt. You know, he was the runner-up last year to Barcia in this championship fight. You know, he was slated to ride a 450, but, you know, obviously things happened. The team went away that he was going to ride a 450 for, and, you know, Mitch put him back on the 250 here on the East Coast thinking, you know, this is my guy. That's and let's face it, I mean, you know, you watch the Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki team of Mitch Payton, and they're struggling out west. I mean, they've had some heat race wins. Martin Davalos has been on the podiums a couple times, but Mitch is looking for a win here from Dean Wilson tonight.
All right, Dean Wilson the favorite, but could it be Muskin, could it be Wharton, or will some of the younger guys step up? We'll see. Full day of coverage coming for you. We'll have rider interviews as well as 3 hours of live streaming brought to you by Motorcycle Mechanics Institute. That will be 2 o'clock local time, so that'll be 3 o'clock on the East until 6 o'clock on the East. That'll be practice and qualifying, and then of course the race tonight live on Speed, 7:30 local time, that is Midwest, or 8:30 on the East and 5:30 on the West. So we hope you're excited for a great day of racing. We're excited to see these new 250 riders and continue the 450 championship chase.